We're standing on the outskirts of Chernihiv on a highway that directly leads to Belarus. Just about 40 kilometers from here is the Belarus border. More importantly, we should understand that this was the main highway which was used to bring in the heavy armory and the artillery of the Russians into Ukraine, and probably heading towards Kiev in itself. And this was the first place of combat between the Russian soldiers and the Ukrainians. You can see, of course, the Russian forces that have come in with their armory and their artillery, of course, have tried various means. While several of the vehicles, of course, got through, several of them were destroyed on the way. You can see one armored vehicle here that has been completely destroyed. And you can see the turret blown off, and probably RPGs were used, and you can see some of the RPGs still lying around this particular area. A lot of weapons around, so it definitely seems like there was a lot of gunfighting. And across this stretch of the road, you can see a couple of more armored vehicles and personal carriers, of course, that have been destroyed as well. Now, while they have, of course, used the highway to directly gain access into Chernihiv and then head towards Kiev in itself, you can see across these farming lands as well, a lot of tracks have been formed, and these are because of several tanks that decided to off-road, go cut through this farming land and get into Chernihiv, and you can see some of them destroyed right in the middle of these areas as well. So while just about maybe 5 kilometers to 8 kilometers from where we are, and especially cutting through these farmlands, an easier access, of course, is provided to these armored vehicles and to these tanks to gain access into Chernihiv, where, of course, we've seen massive destruction. But this is a very, very prominent location because it gave the Russians an advantage that Belarus was able to house their weapons, their troops, and they could easily get into this part of Ukraine through the Belarus border.